Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Mr. Garcia. I'd please be quick. When I was talking to Mr. Hall's favorite employee at the NTSB, she kind of gave me an answer that allowed me to shift to Mr. Bolter, and he's responsible for seeing that there are improvements to the black boxes and that they don't sink to the bottom of the ocean. This is, you're familiar, 2015 NTSB issued a safety recommendation calling for all aircraft use in extended overwater operations to be equipped with a cockpit voice recorder and flight data recorder whose recovery does not require an underwater retrieval. But yet nothing's happened with that. It's listed as an unacceptable response by the FAA for their failure to act on this provision. Mr. Bolter, can you assure me that there will be an acceptable response, and that response will be that the public is protected because we'll have floating cockpit recorders mandated by the FAA?
I can assure you we'll look at it. I'm unfamiliar with that particular recommendation. We'll look at that, sir, and I'll have to take an IOU on that. To where we are on that, I'm not aware right this second.
Well, I appreciate your taking a look at it, but that's not a very good answer as far as I'm concerned. And since Mr. Hall is one of the great heroes of aviation protections and safety, and this is his passionate desire to see this done to protect the public. I mean, there was a flight that was from South America to Europe, and it crashed somewhere there in the Pacific, and they took months, I think it was 6-7 months, to find the flight recorder. Ms. Hamadeh, can you edify Mr. Bolter to that problem in 36 seconds or less?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say that underwater recovery, especially when you have a very large debris field, is not only expensive, but it can take significant time, and it's very difficult. So that is why we recommended that we have them so that they would float. But it is open unacceptable, and hoping that FAA can take action.
So the FAA could save a lot of money and maybe save some lives if they did this.
Save a lot of money, save a lot of time, and get us to what happened after a significant tragedy sooner.
Thank you, Mr. Bolter. I assume that'll be a yes answer now?
As I said, sir, let me, I've looked, I will give you that we are paying attention to every single open, unacceptable, and every, we have a great relationship with the NTSB, sometimes harder to implement than to recommend, but we will take a look at that, and I'll get back to you, sir.
Thank you, sir, and I'll tell Mr. Hall.